Hi, my name is Marcus. I love flying, all kinds of flying, and if I can't, I talk about it. Welcome to part 2, which is the en route and landing part of this flight from Rotterdam to Frankfurt Egelsbach. So enjoy the video, and I'll be back with a couple of messages in a second.
You can see here the map of the area around Rotterdam Airport in the 4Flight app. And I'm not sponsored by 4Flight, I use it all the time. It's very useful, and perhaps in a future video I will show other tools that you can use for the same purpose. But this is what I use, and it's for me operationally as well as in terms of convenience during the preparation the best tool. So last video we left off basically taking off runway 24 in Rotterdam, which is basically here this part on the INCAT 2 Bravo. And if you recall correctly, then Tower was kind enough to ask us if we are interested in a shortcut to INCAT. INCAT is the final point, and you can see that here in this standard instrument departure. So if I had to go along the full departure, and I'm not showing the detailed chart here but the overview, then I would have to go all around here, which is basically to the west of Rotterdam, and then come back and continue to east and then southeast. So they told us to climb to 3,000 feet, so initially 1,500 feet runway track, turn left to INCAT and continue the climb to 3,000. That was their clearance, and that is actually what we flew on that day. So out of here into the clouds basically at this point, and then continue 1,500 feet, turn left towards INCAT, continue climb to 3,000 feet initially, and then our cleared altitude was 5,000.
Papa Alpha Romeo, climb to flight level 50.
Climb flight level 50, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo.
Papa Alpha Romeo, correct, and call departure now, 122.990.
Departure on 122.990, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo. Rotterdam departure, Mooney, Papa Hotel Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, climbing flight level 50 out of 1,500.
Delta Foxtrot Alpha Romeo approach, good afternoon, you are identified, continue as cleared.
As cleared, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Here you can see us climbing out of the clouds, out of this low fog layer that is forming very frequently near the coast in Europe. We're at 3,500, so we're already past our first climb altitude, now climbing towards 5,000, which was the second. We're already on the course southeast towards INCAT, which is our direct point, our shortcut that ATC was kindly providing to us.
Papa Alpha Romeo, contact Dutch Mail on 125.930. Fijne vlucht.
Dutch Mail on 125.930, Papa Alpha Romeo, goedemiddag nog.
As this was a family excursion, you probably are not surprised to hear that the gentleman in the back is my son. He's next generation pilot, so inspecting the clouds there.
Dutch Mail, goedemiddag, Mooney, Papa Hotel Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, flight level 50 for the cruise request, flight level 90.
Foxtrot Alpha Romeo Desmado identified after INCAT to Roman.
After INCAT to Roman, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Thank you, Bravo Mike, did you copy?
While we hear the Dutch Mill frequency talking to other aircraft in the background, you might have noticed that they did not catch my request for flight level 90, which explains my next request.
Dutch Mail, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo, standing by for the climb.
Say again, sir?
We're standing by for the climb, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo.
I have your requested flight level is 50, sir.
Well, negative on the flight plan we put on flight level 90 after INCAT, but anytime, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Okay, what is your requested flight level for the cruise to Echo Delta Foxtrot Echo then?
We request flight level 90, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo.
Yeah, Roger.
So this happened. They were not prepared, and despite the fact that it was actually in the flight plan for a later navigation point, admittedly. But okay, these things happen, and partially my mistake. But let's continue.
Over the Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, climb to flight level 90.
Climb flight level 90, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo, thank you.
Over Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, proceeds from present direct to Rolis. Romeo Oscar Lima India Sierra.
Direct Rolis, Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo, thank you.
So after this was settled towards the altitude, just approaching INCAT, they gave us the direct to Rolis. And if you can check our route here, there's Roman, which was the original point in the flight plan where we had asked for a flight level 90. They gave us direct Rolis, which is not much of a shortcut, just avoiding this little kink here, but better that than nothing. So we headed over, and there was not much happening on this leg except the switch from Dutch mill frequency to Langen, which is on the German side. Langen radar covers most of Central Europe, and basically frequency switching instructions from ATC.
Papa Hotel Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, proceed direct Nepro.
Direct Nepro, Papa Hotel Foxtrot Alpha Romeo.
You might have noticed I read back Nepro, which explains my next request.
Langen radar, Mooney Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo. I'm sorry, can you spell it for us, please? The fix Papa Alpha Romeo.
Papa Alpha Romeo, of course, it's Mike Tango Romeo, and expect further routing with the next sector.
Roger that, it's Metro. Okay, thank you. Papa Alpha Romeo.
Explain my reaction a little bit. It's obvious that Metro Mike Tango Romeo is a rather well-known point near Frankfurt airspace. So there's this one. It's a VOR. This is the Frankfurt airspace. We are already approaching vicinity of Frankfurt. This is the control zones of Frankfurt Rhein-Main, big European airport. Obviously, you know that. Our destination is here, Egelsbach, just southeast of it, in this specific control zone Egelsbach that is dedicated for the VFR operations around there. And our original flight plan does not contain Metro, and that's why I was kind of thrown off by that. In reality, they gave us, before we reached Rolis, they gave us Metro, so they didn't want us to go through here, which is kind of the missed approach end of the Frankfurt airspace. I was a bit surprised by that, because obviously on that day, given the winds, the big airliners were coming from the east towards runway 25 in Frankfurt, and so they wanted to take us to Metro and then taking us low enough so we're out of this controlled airspace here, 3,500 out here, 2,500 here, and 1,500 here, ceilings. And so they wanted to keep us low all the way around on the east side of Frankfurt and then into Egelsbach, and that was a bit to my surprise.
Papa Alpha Romeo, descend flight level 70.
Down to flight level 70, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Papa Alpha Romeo, contact arrival 120.805. Ciao.
Arrival on 120.805, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Thank you, ILS 25 left, speed 270 knots, spin 7 Romeo.
Arrival, Mooney Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo, descending flight level 70 out of flight level 90.
Papa Hotel Fox Alpha Romeo, guten Tag, in radar contact. Descend flight level 70
Down to flight level 70, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Frankfurt is a very busy airspace.
Arrival, good evening, Flex Mount 6 to Lima information, X-ray, descending flight level 100 to Stephen.
So we're descending down to flight level 70 at this point. You can see the sun has set. Lights are appearing on the ground is visible. We can actually switch to VFR operations at this point. And we also lost the battery of this forward-facing action cam, so the rest of the video is seen into the cockpit.
Papa Alpha Romeo, descent altitude 4,000 feet, Frankfurt QNH 1017.
Down to 4,000 on 1017, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Due to the low illumination, we're also losing focus now. I'm sorry for the bad quality, but I hope the audio is interesting to listen to.
170, 25 and 1365 after the 1 Whiskey Tango Hotel.
Papa Alpha Romeo, continue on present heading.
Continue and heading, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Last 9 Kilo Zulu, descent
Qatar 7, Juliet, descent 4,000.
negative, Papa Alpha Romeo, left turn 080, descent 4,000 feet.
Left 080, descent 4,000, Papa Alpha Romeo.
So what's happened now is you've heard a new heading. Basically, we're coming from Rollis and descending, new heading 080, which is a bit east-northeast. As we are approaching Metro, right? And from Rollis to Metro is about east-southeast. And what's happening is there's lots of traffic coming this way. I've been descending a little bit slowly with 500 feet per minute. Kept my speed in, so on a shallow descent, because I didn't want to upset the family too much, and that has led to them being concerned that I'm still too high to turn south at Metro. So they kept turning me a little bit northerly, left, continue beyond Metro, and then only after reaching 3,500 I was allowed to go down south towards Egelsbach. And then if we are zooming in a little bit into Egelsbach, we see those approach corridors here. So this is towards the Yankee point, and this one towards the Echo point. Oh, sorry, this is towards the Echo point, towards Egelsbach. And Egelsbach on that day also had runway 26 operating, and you see this basically playing out towards the end of our video.
Papa Alpha Romeo, descent to altitude 3,500 feet.
Down to 3,500, and we're ready to cancel the IFR at any point, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Papa Alpha Romeo, copy that. Alpha cancelled right now as of time 1729er. Continue descent, report passing 3.5.
IFR cancelled now, will report passing 3,500, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Affirm, stay on the heading, and once you're passing or you are at 3,500 feet, you're allowed for any right turns at all.
We start on the heading until 3,500, Papa Alpha Romeo.
Papa Alpha Romeo, right turn any time, and Egelsbach is requesting you via entry point Echo for runway 26.
Roger that, we have now 3,200, Papa Alpha Romeo. Good day.
Your own navigation towards entry point Echo.
Via Echo, Papa Alpha Romeo, thank you. Egelsbach info, Mooney, Papa Hotel, Foxtrot Alpha Romeo. Good day.
Papa Hotel, Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mooney is 15 miles east of Echo, inbound, descending 1500.
Papa Alpha Romeo, Echo entry runway 26, QNH 1017, and the squawk 4441.
Runway 26 on QNH 1017, and the squawk is 4441, Papa Hotel, Foxtrot Alpha Romeo.
Papa Alpha Romeo, if you like, Yankee entry runway 26.
Please say again, Papa Alpha Romeo.
If you like, Yankee entry for runway 26.
Roger that, Yankee is perfect, thank you. Via Yankee, Papa Alpha Romeo. Egelsbach info, Mooney Papa Alpha Romeo's passing Yankee turning inbound, runway 26.
Papa Hotel, Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, wind is calm, landing on your own discretion.
Papa Alpha Romeo, thank you. Egelsbach info, Papa Alpha Romeo's clear active request taxi to parking. We stay a couple of days on the grass would be great.
Foxtrot Alpha Romeo, yep, that sounds already pretty awesome. First row on the grass.
To the grass, Papa Alpha Romeo.
So that was a pity we couldn't really see the landing, other than just a couple of out of focus light blobs flashing by. Because of the camera battery going empty, so we have to use only this one camera that we had pointing backwards. But I hope you had a good time watching this. I try to make this as informative and entertaining as possible. And of course, with your comments down below, I will be able to improve that even further. So if you like it and if you like me to continue this kind of content, please like and subscribe, and see you next time. See you later and keep the blue side up.